Hey everybody, Kyle with Anthem with today's Anthem Tech Tip Tuesday, and we're going to be discussing the ability to add additional amplifiers to the MRX series receivers to give you more channels if you're adding up to a 15.2 channel experience on something like an 1140, or just getting better power for your front main speakers by adding a more powerful outboard amplifier to drive your left, your center, and your right channel, which is very common when someone is designing a home theater system. One of the biggest benefits when you step up from the MRX 540 to the MRX 740 and 1140 is we have amplifier matrixing on board the MRX 740 and the 1140. What that will allow me to do is redirect unused channels of amplification to additional channels within the system, and then use the built-in pre-outs on those models to connect to an external amplifier like our MCA 325 Gen 2 as an example to power my front main speakers. So the most basic example, let's talk about an MRX 740. And right now I have a 5-channel system here at home. No height channels, but I want to add to the system down the road. Starting with powering the entire system by the MRX 740 with its built-in amplifiers, I'm able to do that. Once I want to add additional channels in the future, maybe I decide that I want to add 2 additional height channel pairs. I want to do a top front pair and a top middle pair in the ceiling. What I then have the option to do is I can use all 7 channels at that point to power the first 7 channels in that system, and then I could add an MCA 225 Gen 2 model to power 2 of the additional channels. To take that one step further with performance with amplifier matrixing, I would want to probably power my front main speakers like my Founder 100Fs here in my home system with that new MCA 225 Gen 2. So I can use the pre-outs for front, left, and right, down to that MCA Gen 2 amplifier to power my front main speakers. Now I'm not using the front main channel outputs of the amplifiers built into the MRX 740 to power the 100Fs. So I can then use amplifier matrixing to redirect that unused power to zone 2 channels, the additional 2 height channels that I've added into the system, or I could redirect it to another channel within the system to power it off of the internal amps built into the MRX 740.